Wrong direction now. Oh, I hate this cameraman. Now I need to adjust it that way. Right. It wasn't so hard now, was it? I don't think that was so hard. Just gotta check the... Right. It wasn't so hard now, was it? I don't think that was so hard. Just gotta check the... Right. There you go. Cool. I don't think that was so difficult. Right. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is weird, this feels quiet. There we go. Yeah, welcome back to the Ace Attorney Trilogy. I have a new headset. I think we're all ready to go. In the last episode, we had continued on with the Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice game. Because it's the last game we've got, and the last trial we've got with the special episode, episode 6, Turnabout Time Traveler. Now, we were just about to question a guy called Pierce Nicody. So we're just going to jump straight in and talk to Pierce Nicody about the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for. And do you think she did it? Well, I mean, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she did do it. I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling. I see. I guess we have different opinions then. Do we now? Well, the prosecution all says that when Bloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family. I even saw an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case. I fear you are mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now. She is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet. So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose. Cut her loose. I realize how callous I must sound, but my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future, and Master Sorin, whose genius is essential to the company. I will do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as a Sprocket family butler.
You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well. Don't you think?
Yeah, I could easily picture Edgeworth with a butler. Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. Oh dear, I do apologize. I've been butling for so long. It's ridiculous. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the body. Or discovered the crime, should I say. Did Ellen say anything to you about traveling through time? She must have been delirious. There is no need to take such a claim seriously. Someone else said the time travel was possible, though. Master Sorin said that? It sounds like he's still stuck in the past. He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Hello? Oh, excuse me. What is it? I see. I believe I told you that the madam will be having milk tea. Still have lemon slices that are ready just in case. You must not disappoint her, understand? You sure are busy. All in day's work. Still, we really do need Master Sawyer to start focusing on the business side of things soon. Could you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past? There is something in Master Soren's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me, this isn't something I should be sharing with strangers. I really want to know what Soren's still hung up on. It was some time after the reception. Some of the Master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall, and that is when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with a bloody murder weapon on her hand. It was none other than Miss Ellen.
But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like. That's right, she just happened to find the body.
I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. And that is what I told the police who came in response to my call. I see. So Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh? Grimsby, how could he do something so deranged? It is truly a shame. As a servant, he was cut above the rest. Grimsby worked under you, correct? He sounds he was going to do anything like that to Ellen. No, he gave no indication whatsoever. Oh, well, I had realised what he was up to sooner. I see. And what is this? I'm just wondering if there's anything you can tell me about it. I'm afraid not. I see. Time is money, as they say, so perhaps you should learn to spend it more wisely. Good advice, but this chilly attitude is giving me some serious goosebumps. No, okie dokie. Master Soren made that timekeeper as a symbol of their love for each other, a symbol now tainted with blood. Oh, I can only imagine how shocking this must be for Master Soren. Surely Soren bleeds at the woman he loves. Master Soren has a future sprocket aviation to think about. He cannot afford to let his personal feelings affect his judgment. That's awful! You might think so, but that's the kind of responsibility he must bear. Because he's in line to be the next president, huh? Sounds like it's not going to be easy to find out how Soren really feels about anything. This incident has severely damaged the company's reputation. I expect reservations. Oh my god! Why am I yawning so much? I expect reservations for weddings in the Flying Chapel will face an unfortunate decline. So you just lost a subordinate. All you can think about is the business? I am not made of stone, I assure you. But if the company were to go under because of this incident, countless employees would lose their jobs. I see. Oh, to be honest, I wish we could have hidden this tragedy from the public. But now that it's gone to trial, I suppose there's nothing to be done about it. So the company depends on this trial. This is more than I bargained for. Master Soren made the tanky. Oh, okay. Hello. Okay, let's start with the radio. Don't you dare touch that radio again. That's like an expensive antique.
What are you worried about? If it rings about, Pierce will just fix it up again.
I really hope he's nice enough to waive the bill. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet.
Hey Nick, how do I throw it? And you try to catch it. Why me? Just because. I think you look hilarious putting around trying to grab it.
Doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet?
Who cares? Just catch it. Here.
Ah, hey, you fell right on my face.
I don't want to catch that bouquet, trust me. Why not?
They say it's bad luck to catch a bouquet of a mouse that doesn't last. But I already caught it.
Whoops. It's too late now, huh, Nick? Nick, look at that airplane propeller up there going round and round.
I see you got an aviation theme going on. Makes sense for an airline family. Maybe McDonald's is a fan.
Oh, why don't we just plane on the other side of that wall? And the wall would open up so the plane could take off in an emergency. How cool would that be?
That's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull wall across the way. Oh, I know, maybe it's the rest of him. That must be where the sprockets get their milk.
Nick, first of all, that's a beef cow. And second, bulls don't make milk.
Oh, right. That's what I get for trying to play along.
Hey, Nick, here's a real lady.
She looks as smart as a whip, doesn't she? She does. Don't know if it's whether it's a sprocket thing, but she also has the same pocket watch as Pierce. Interesting.
I wonder who she is. Where is she on the airship?
That is Selena Sprocket, Soren's elder sister. Beautiful and capable. She was a great lady. Hang on a second, sorry. Beautiful and capable, she was a great lady. Soren's sister. I'm going to see the resemblance. Maybe I'll show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her. Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor. Oh, look at that. It's a Flying Chapel key card. Flying Chapel? Why isn't a Flying Chapel required key card, if I may ask? This here is the one to keep the public out of, such as the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery. So you can't enter those areas without a key card? Well, that's right. This one here belongs to Ellen. Wait, what's Ellen's key card doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred? I don't believe so. She was arrested by the police straight away this morning. Although, there's a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier. Is that man wearing a beret by any chance? Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake mustache. Larry! God damn it. I knew it. The question is, what was he doing here? Yes, the one on this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet. Yes, about that. He seems hesitant all of a sudden. You wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her? Alright. Very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all. Soren's past? Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line.
So when did she become vice president?
Because she died. In a car accident.
What?
This camera is going to start to annoy me soon. I had no idea. Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident. His sister, he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he has buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then.
He seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him.
Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spends all of his time in inventions. As the family butler, I am truly concerned. I believe it is high time he let go of the past. A bull. I mean, come to think of it, there's a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapel too.
Really, the company must have a thing for cattle.
A bull is a symbol of Sprocket Aviation.
To be as strong and steady as a bull.
That's the company creed, you know. Probably all for the backbreaking labour they put their employees through.
By the way, that bull logo on the Flying Chapel, the one with rainbow rings, his name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it? I get it. He's a rainbow coloured bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick?
Yeah, the lameness of the pun. Oh, those pictures of wedding reception? Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here. Can I just say, right, the guy with the camera feels like he should be in, like, It's a Small World. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's... I don't know, just the guy with the camera in the boat and the top hat. I don't know. Be my guest. Take as long as of a look as you'd like. Okay. Well, what do you think of this gorgeous streetscape? A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow, look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though.
She does, doesn't she? Hey, look, there's Pierce.
Really? Where? Right there, behind the sweetheart table.
Hey, you're right. I think that turns into the happy couple the whole dinner.
So what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this fellow stick out to you?
No, not at the moment, anyway.
Hey, Nick, I never really did travel back in time. Do you think this photo is one of the second reception? You know, after the time jump?
I wonder. Excuse me, sir. Yes, can I help you? Who told us she travelled back in time? Do you happen to know anything about that? Oh, no. Yeah, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. He climbed off faster than a clam. Pins and needles. Hey, Nick, what are you doing here? Yeah, I knew that was going to be Larry. Larry? Oh, man, Eddie gave me a heck of a hard time. Larry, what are you doing here? I can't even know my new character, Q Piglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it. Well, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You can learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them? Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed. See, this is why you'll never be rich. Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapel yesterday, right? Huh? Was I? Yeah. What were you doing there? Nothing. Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of, but never mind that. Did you say anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that. Let's start with you weren't involved in this case, were you? Larry. Larry! I just knew it. Something smells. It's usually the butts. Come on, Maya. After him. Oh, are you leaving so soon? We, have to run. Thank you for making time for us. I know you have to investigate, but please do try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yes, of course. There he is. Hey, Larry! Hey there, friend. Fancy meeting you here. There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you. So tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that? Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I borrowed an inspiration from my new picture book, Emmy, and I had to run this all. It was like Epiphany. You know, you dig? Right. He's just gonna keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick? Yeah, of course he is. I'm sorry, I love Larry's theme. Am I still live streaming? Because... do. Okay, yes, I am still live streaming. Fine. Just because I haven't really live streamed in a while. Well, you saw on the airship. Come on, Larry. I know you're on the airship, so what did you see? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I was never on the stupid airship. Cyclops. Cyclops. You say something? Spiritual power of this mighty timer allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone is trying to hide something from me. They're called Cyclops, and when I see them, I simply present the mighty timer to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of him.
Take that!
Ding ding. Just the two of them. What Larry is hiding. This is no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding. I'm telling you, Nick, you got it all wrong. Got nothing to do with this case whatsoever. Oh, come on, Larry. Even a baby can see through that such a blatant, obvious lie. Oh, whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops. Nothing to do with the case whatsoever isn't going to cut it this time, Larry. You had to lie, at least do a better job of it. Don't diss me, Nick! You're so convinced I'm lying, and let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on this stupid old airship anyway? Here's some proof. If you got any... Don't believe that, are you? Fine. You want proof, Larry? Here's proof that you're on that airship. Oh, this is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall. Yeah, time to go and clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding? Alright, fine, you got me. I'll tell you everything, man. I hate you, Nick. Unlock successful, dude. Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway? Well, I went there to deliver a welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me. Huh? I need to work on real jobs like that too. Well, for your information, my wedding's the welcome signs are very popular on the net. That's how you met Ellen. Uh-huh. I mean, I'd seen her in a photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person. The way she smiled at me and said thank you. Felt like you'd been hit by lightning, man. That's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? So, were you invited to the reception? Can you believe they told me that only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall. Smart move on their part, I'd say. I got upset and started wandering around the airship. It must be an my business card wallet. So somebody must have found it and brought it to the reception hall then. But you know what? I saw something incredible while I was on the flight chapel. Like? Get a load of this! What the heck is this? What do you mean, what is this? It's obvious, it's a drawing. It's just a picture of one of the cabins in the airship. So what's so incredible about a cabin? Like what's outside the window? As well as flying dinosaurs. A real-life pterodactyl. I feel like that's how Larry would say it. Pterodactyl. It's a pterodactyl. I don't care, Nick. I looked outside the cabin window, and there it was, just flying around out there. Then I should travel through time, I tell you. You sure about that? Or is it just high gusts of wind? What? When I told that Pierce Butler guy about it, he told me to never mention it to anybody ever again. But why would he try to keep you from spouting what is clearly just nonsense? love this song. It's so like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not intense, but it is intense. Does that make sense? Oh, it was private aviation secret in developing a time machine. No way.
Nick, this case is totally amazing. Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you?
Of course not. He would just roll his eyes and think I was on my rocker. Didn't you tell him I was running around the airship? Didn't I met Ellie in the morning dark and we ran away together? Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head as had he heard about this. So Larry also experienced the time slip somehow. But how is that possible? Hey Nick, let me take my wildcard back from you now if you don't mind. Oh, yeah, this is for you as well. What is it? It's the flowers. It's a picture of the hold. Who took it when I was running around the airship? It's the flowers, and everything is GOG related. It's steampunk, and I love it. See? It's only right there in the middle. The hold? Yeah, see? It's right here on the diagram. Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what's it doing there? Well, they say they were using it as preliminary for reception. I see. And around when did you take this? Before the reception. I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready. So this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if there'll be any help, but thanks for this anyway. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how'd you get in there? That's a trade secret, can't tell you. It's just keep on coming. Well, I guess that basically a wrap on the investigation.
Not quite, Nick. I want to be Ellen too.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention center then. See you, say hi. Move to the detention center. I mean, I hear my dad, but I can't tell if he's singing or what. I don't know. I don't think he's singing. It just sounded like he just went. I don't know. Oh, what voice did I give Ellen? It was posh, wasn't it? No, why? Please understand this is in Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy toying with someone. I had a feeling it was. The next president cannot be married to a criminal who would disgrace Rocket Aviation. I suddenly need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us? It isn't Mr. Right. So, that marriage is definitely off? There is no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. And for the sake of Master Solid and the Sprocket family, this is what is best. My hair. There you go. That's better.
No. In that case, what if Nick had proved Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right?
I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid that will be impossible.
That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things.
I don't take cases on lightning, so rest assured I will prove her innocence. Thank you, Maya. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world, but better or for worse. Yes, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage. Very well, but not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. I believe that's why you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean, I swear I am. Obviously compulsively clean. Just as clean as pure white dress.
Fine. You have my word. But you will be the one to regret this promise. Now, if you will excuse me. And I will have more reason to win this case. Ellen, we finished our investigation. We'd like to talk to you about what we found.
Okay, what did you find out?
In the course of our investigation, we heard that you had been standing in front of the victim with a murder weapon in your hands.
Ah! It wasn't what it looked like. It's true, I was holding a murder weapon. But when I found him, he was already dead. I panicked, and I was hoping I could go back in time again, like I had done earlier. So I took the timekeeper on the pedestal and put it over without thinking.
You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of behaviour makes you an easy target for the prosecution.
No.
And this little chip through time? None of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Oh, yeah, but apparently Pierce Nicoli told Larry to keep quiet about it.
But why would Pierce do such a thing? Larry's theory is a sprung in aviation developing something secret. A time machine, to be exact. Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your keycard at Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you.
Oh, thank goodness. I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it!
At least it is a joy this time, for a change.
Well, Nick, it looks like you'll have to prove the existence of time traveling court tomorrow. That's right, I swear that while Mr. Glitcher was being killed, I was busy traveling back through time.
Great. With stodgy skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecution tomorrow, we're really going to have our work cut out for us. To be continued. Ooh. Trial. Day 1. Yeah, why not? Let's continue on. September 22nd, 8:45 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Wait a minute. Okie dokie.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Ella. I see you're still wearing your wedding gown.
And I will continue to wear it until the marriage is saved. Oh, Soren! Can you see how she's holding up? Sorry, my love, you came all the way to the courthouse just to see me. Oh, sorry, and I don't know what to say.
Blueprints.
Huh?
The engine blueprints. I can't find them. Do you know where they are?
I think your room, third shelf from the bottom on the right-hand side.
Ah, I see.
He's leaving already? Don't let me King just tell us about some stupid blueprints. Is he really that kind of person? Or is that just how he comes off, I wonder? What about me, Soren?
Alan, he's back. Come home soon. I'm lost without you. God, yep.
Wasn't expecting that.
Later. Later.
Switching your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capture anyone's heart. You should take notes on this, Nick.
Please leave me out of this. Anyway, the Six Soren isn't big on words. It's clear that he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, she felt kind of relieved.
Mr. Wright, I just absolutely can't be found guilty, you hear?
Don't worry. I'm going to do everything I can to prove your innocence.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Trial's about to start, sir. Edgeworth. Knowing him, he's not going to yield an inch. So I just gotta fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. "9 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 6. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Seeing so many familiar faces gathered together like this, it feels like a grand reunion. Makes me want to go out for dinner and drink and reminisce with all of you.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Nice day for a real burger the whole time he's away.
A real burger? Do they not have real burgers in Korean? You can make it a welcome back party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth? I have no intention of... What? Oh, for f***'s sake. Cavorting with my enemies. And now then, Your Honor, let us start this trial at once. Ho-ho! Still not one for light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Jokes and good humour would be out worthless at a court of law. Pardon me, guess we'll just
have to have a party without him, then.
However, were it after the conclusion of this trial, I might consider joining you for a little welcome back party. I certainly wouldn't mind an invite at the very least.
He's still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see.
Sounds about right. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of this case for us. The victim was Dumas Gloomsbury, a servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mr. Gloomsbury apparently felt some animosity toward Ellen Wyatt, and so... I met her after the reception ended at 10 p.m. He had fought with Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Gloomsbury. In other words, it was justified self-defense, correct? Yes, if that's the case, then the defendant might not be criminally responsible. He's right. Worst case scenario, he could go self-defense and avoid the criminal charge. I wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that, though. The prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honour. Very well, bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Emma! Hiya, darling. Darling? I don't know if I can say that. Anyway, hi, Emma. Please state your name and occupation, witness.
Emma Sky.
I've completely forgotten my voice again.
Emma Sky, forensic investigator. And I'd just like to say, sir, that being in the same courtroom as you is a great honor.
Hmm? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a fan of Edgeworth, aren't you, Emma?
We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But Justice once I intend to faithfully and fully testify to the prosecution. I really mean it wholeheartedly.
I expect no less from you.
Yes, sir, I'm going to do my very best. So you lost the popularity contest with Mr. Edgeworth, Nick?
I really could care less. Besides, Chelsea is a better lawyer once I win this trial. You could care less. I think it's you couldn't care less.
Yeah, maybe you'll actually really care less.
Now, Detective Sky, if you please. Rundown of case.
The murder weapon was a clock called Timekeeper. The victim was hit with him from behind and fell over right into the lantern. The vendor was spotted then, standing in front of the body, holding the murder weapon. The victim was struck twice, by the way.
He was struck twice? I don't think I see any... Reports that are called... It's gone. It's just completely gone. Completely gone.
That's right, there's no mistake about it. First blows to the back of the victim's head. It was hard enough to knock him unconscious, yet despite the fact that he'd been immobilized by the first blow, the defendant delivered a second fatal blow to the side of the victim's head.
Which means what exactly? I don't know. I feel it would go right over your head. Stupid man. Let's put it this way. By striking the victim a second time, the defendant killed her last chance to escape from any criminal wrongdoing. She did, but how, Mr. Edgeworth? Her defendant may have been fighting back because she was being attacked. However, she then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who is already fully unconscious.
Nick, is he saying what I think is?
I don't feel so well. Do 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 do. Thus, Mr. Wright has justified self-defense been removed from the table. The prosecution intends to prove the defendant killed the victim. with murderous intent. My feet hurt. Allow me to belatedly submit the victim autopsy report. I knew it was a report of some sort. So that's why he's acting all smug. At least more smug than usual. Yeah, it's fine, right? It's not like we're going to plead self-defense anyway, right? Right, but no, the judge has a negative impression of Ellen. He may not get to prosecute much anymore, but he definitely hasn't lost his touch. That's for sure. Now then, Mr. Wright, we begin our cross-examination, as always. I didn't mean to do that, god damn it.
Hold it!
There we go. Are you completely sure the murder weapon was the timekeeper? Ow. There we go.
Yes, completely. The shape of the injury the victim's head matches up with that of the timekeeper. And it's definitely heavy enough to kill someone with, so, yeah.
But why would the defendant... Oh, but would the defendant have been able to pick up and swing something so heavy?
I tried it myself and I was able to lift it up just fine.
Maybe you're just freakishly strong?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
I am alive, aren't I? You know, it's like you just feel like you're not live. I mean, it's still happening, so... I mean, fair enough.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright? I'll have you know that people on the force know me as a dainty forensic investigator.
Sorry, but really, you're hardly a delicate flower. Mr. Wright, this isn't a court of law. See your antics with a doctor, trial if you know how. Yes, sir. What happened again, sir?
Moving on.
Ellen was fighting back against the victim, right? If so, wouldn't she have hit him from the front and not from behind?
The victim must have tried to run once Miss Wyatt started fighting back. That's probably when he got hit from behind.
I see. That's the blow to the back of his head.
The defendant must have looked awfully scary when she was brandishing that clock.
I don't know about that. Regardless of how scary Ellen looked, the victim was definitely hit from behind.
May I go on?
Yeah, yes, of course, please do.
Hold it!
Well, that's only because she was so panicked when she found the body that she tried to use the timekeeper to go back in time.
Objection.
Mr. Wright, do you have any idea how absurd you sound?
But Miss Wyatt really believed she could travel through time with that clock.
You really should have come up with a more credible story, you know. Yes, I agree.
Me three, but it's only got to go on. Anyway, under the circumstances, the only conclusion we can draw is that the defendant killed the victim. The victim was struck twice, by the way.
Hold it!
Miss Wyatt must have had a chance to escape after she struck the victim the first time. So why would she stick around and hit him with such a heavy object again?
Well, about that.
Allow me to explain. Why did she strike him again indeed? To finish off the victim, of course. This very act clearly shows that she had every intention of killing Mr. Gloomsbury. Ugh.
But Miss Wyatt would never do a thing like that.
Then let's see some evidence. This disproves my theory.
You're just gonna stand there and take that from him, Nick?
Can't refute his claim head on, so I'll have to approach it from a different angle. Well, it looks like we won't be going anywhere until we can refute Edgeworth's claim.
This is so exciting, we haven't taken him into Edgeworth in ages.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, now go get him. No need to rush me, Maya.
Alright, I better start by comparing Emma's testimony with the evidence we have, and look for any glaring inconsistencies. I'm going to say it's this because I don't think it would have been possible to be hit twice. It's not that. Will you start saying something anytime soon, Miss Price? It's not speaking up at all, is it? It's being shy. Lawrence has said nothing at all to this court, but your choice of touch speaks volumes about your defense.
Even I knew that wasn't a very smart move, Nick.
Ah.
Objection!
Because there's no blood, there's... No, okay. I'm confused already!
Objection!
There we go. To this guy, I'm afraid I have to apologize in advance.
For what?
For embarrassing you in front of your idol.
What do you mean?
If you take a look at this photo of the crime scene, you'll see the victim is lying on his back. But if the victim had been hit from behind as you claim, then he should have fallen over into the lantern face down.
Ah!
It's not enough to simply take someone's side to take this guy, even if it is Mr. Edgeworth's.
No.
There doesn't appear to be a flaw in Detective Sky's testimony. Hold it.
Come on. Mr. Wright, you think I'm going to just back down? Then you're sadly mistaken.
I imagine you fired up today?
Don't get she's in front of her mirror, Nick. She's still sick. There's still some idea what she's trying to do. I have to say best too. Listen, Mr. Wright, it's entirely possible the defendant moved the victim's body after he fell over. In that case, there wouldn't be any contradiction, right?
Indeed. That was an excellent counter-argument, Detective.
You got me, sir. So, what do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
Is it possible the victim's body was moved after he fell over into the lantern? Sorry, Detective, but there's no way the victim's body was moved after his death.
Alrighty, what makes you so sure?
Well, look at this here, and it should become obvious.
Take that!
All the rubble.
Those broken bits of the lantern?
Yeah, if the body had been moved after the fact, these fragments would have fallen off of it. But as you can clearly see, they're lying perfectly undisturbed on top of the body. This means the victim must have been lying face up from before the lantern even broke.
You're right. But wait a minute. If that's true, then when was the victim killed? I mean, the lantern was still home during the reception, right?
Right, which means we've just overturned a major assumption about this case already. The victim was already dead before the lantern was even broken, and the body must have been inside the lantern since before the reception even started. In other words, the defense asserts the victim was killed before the wedding reception. What? In short, when Miss White was seen standing in front of the body after the reception, it wasn't the moment just after the murder was committed. It was the moment she happened to discover the body, just as Miss White claims.
Ah!
Whether the act was committed before or after the reception is entirely inconsequential. After all, it was the defendant who prepared the reception hall for the event in question. Therefore, when the murder occurred, changes nothing with regard to her guilt. She had killed the victim before the reception, as you claim, and then tried to hide his body in the lantern after the event ended. Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, where would the body have been hidden during the reception in your scenario? That's... Even if you have to admit, Mr. Edgeworth, that this has opened up a new impossibility. Do explain, Mr. Wright. Well, Miss White didn't commit the crime in the reception hall. I mean, someone, somewhere, put the body of victim's body into lantern. Does that make sense? Dead body couldn't have put itself in there. Exactly, Your Honor. In other words, if the murder actually occurred before the reception, it opens up the possibility that... if the body was hidden inside the lantern, then it's possible the body was moved along with it from somewhere else.
Oh, you're right.
You can run that mouth of yours all you want. But do you have any evidence to support what's coming out of it, Mr. Wright? Of course I do. The answer lies in that piece of evidence, and then something that was left at the crime scene that will point us to where the victim was really killed. Well, Mr. Wright, in that case, what proves the lantern the body was moved from somewhere else? Damn it! I really can't say that I follow. Fine, this piece wasn't convincing enough, and there must be something else that would be easier for the judge to understand. Damn it! Really? Surely it can't be that. No, it's not that. Really? For prolonged trial, defendant's case is sufficient to obtain proceedings. Shame, this court finds defendant, Wyatt, guilty. Retire from this scene.
The father of the victim again?
What? How? Yeah. Oh, because of the petals!
Take that!
Flower petals, Mr. Wright.
Right, I see where they're going with this now. I do. These petals are from a kind of flower that were not present in the reception hall. This means they must have gotten into Lantern when it was somewhere else. And where do you propose this somewhere else to be, Mr. Wright? Now this comes into question. Right, that makes a lot more sense. Please take a look at the flowers in the picture of the hold. Notice how the petals are the same shape as the petals in the crime scene photo? Yes, I see. They do look to be from the same kind of flower. Is that really all you've got? A flower is a flower is a flower. They're all the same. And I hardly call what you presented compelling evidence. I'm afraid I couldn't disagree with you more, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave a flower of this type to my lovely wife when we once were young, so I can assure you this is very meaningful and compelling evidence indeed. As honor so my judgment in this matter is backed by nothing less than pure love. But, Your Honor... Let it go, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear you don't know much about flowers. It's not like you have anyone who's actually given it to you, after all. Oh! Phoenix! Phoenix! That's a dick move. Maybe you should study up on them just in case the opportunity presents itself. Ugh. This is from the man who only knows the names of 3 types of flowers. That's hardly relevant to the case at hand. The defense asserts it's highly probable the victim was killed in the hold. The body was then placed in the lantern and moved to the reception hall for some reason. It would completely destroy the prosecution's case. You mean the body was... Yes, the victim's body was... inside the lantern during the entire beautiful wedding reception, while the defendant and her betrothed were celebrating their love. What?
Objection!
Objection! Your smooth talk might work on his honor, but it won't work on me. What are you talking about now? Take another look at all of the evidence and you'll soon see what I mean. I wish you'd just tell me already. Detective Sky, I'm sure you've already figured out what I'm talking about, correct?
Of course, sir. Mr. Ray is the only one here who hasn't. Why did you lay this to me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, let's see what you can do.
Detective Sky, please give your testimony to this court.
The victim could not have been killed before the reception. The autopsy report states the estimated time of death was after the reception. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could have been wrong. It's clear Mr. Gillespie was killed after the reception. Then can we contradict your claim? I guess so. Tell me you took at least a cursory glance at the autopsy report, Mr. Wright. It appears you've grown rusty since our last outing. I suggest you go back and brush upon the basics. Sure, though I must say you're as cocky as ever, Mr. Edgeworth. I beg your pardon. Oh, what are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
I'm just saying that I'll go back to basics if that's what Mr. Edgeworth wants.
I'll prove how badly he's underestimated me with a good old-fashioned cross-examination.
Very well, let's see what you put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Wright.
Hang on a second.
Objection!
Dry ice. I admit that the estimated time of death does contradict my theory.
Really? That means your theory that the victim was killed before the reception
Is still entirely plausible.
Huh? Well, what makes you think that?
The killer could have falsified the time of death by using a certain item in the reception hall. Please take a look at this.
And what is that contraption, Mr. Wright?
It's a fog machine, Your Honor. It used to create a special romantic atmosphere in the hall.
And this machine could have been used to falsify the time of death?
Yes, Your Honor, because this machine uses dry ice to perform its magic.
Dry ice? Oh yes, this is because I've gotten used to make the theatrical fog, right? I see, so claim is that dry ice was used to keep the body cold.
Oh. In that case, I guess the victim could have been killed before reception.
Order in this court. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this development?
The victim was killed in the hall before the wedding reception. The prosecution acknowledges the possibility of this claim. Now we're getting somewhere, right? The prosecution would also like to thank you, Mr. Wright. Huh? For what? I didn't know how a certain piece of evidence fit into this case. But now, thanks to you, I do. A piece of evidence. To get into the hold, one needs a key card like this one. And here we have a record for those who entered the hold with such key cards. The times aren't specified, but these are the last 3 entries of the day of the murder. And as you can see, the last person to enter the hold that day was the defendant. What?
So the one who moved the body out of the hold must have been...
That's right. It was none other than the defendant.
Hey Nick, take a look at this entry record. Couldn't have other names on here besides Ellen's.
Hey, you're right. According to the entry record, Mr. Edgeworth, Pierce, and Cody had also gone into the hold. Is it possible that he could have been the culprit?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but Mr. Cody was escorting a few of the guests at the time. I'm sure they would have been happy to testify that fact if you'd like. Think me cocky or you'd like, Mr. Wright, but my confidence is really misplaced. Now then, it's probably safe to assume that after killing the victim in the hall, the defendant moved his body to the hall in order to dispose of it discreetly. What do you mean by discreetly? The defendant volunteered to take care of the reception's cleaner personally. I mean, she would have had the chance to dispose of anything in any way she wanted, including taking the lantern off the airship without raising any suspicion. Don't tell me you didn't know about Miss Wyatt volunteering for cleanup duty, Mr. Wright.
For the last desk started a Spriggan household, I haven't taken the preparation to clean up the reception banquet.
I see.
Look at you sweating buckets like a rookie, even after all these years. Nevertheless, thank you for proving the only person who could have killed the victim in the hold is Alan Wyatt. Great job, Feedstop. Just crown one. Perhaps you should ask Miss Sykes for some help in reviewing Defense for Dummies.
Way to go, sir. You never saw anything called sweat.
I wonder if maybe the promise of seeing that miserable look on his face is what brought me back to the court today. Said he made all of my stress and woes as chief prosecutor just melt away.
You see a lot of stress built up, huh?
I'll give him something to stress over before the 3-day. Your Honor, the prosecution asks that you render your verdict at this time. Before that man over there tries to throw the court in the chaos with his meaningless bluffs. I see, Miss Wright. Are there any last meaningful bluffs you'd like to present to this court?
I just assume it'll be a bluff. Yeah, come up and throw a comment out there.
I will.
Well, all right then. Let's see. I've got it. How do you know it was Miss Wyatt who used her keycard? After all, it turns out that somebody else used her card. It would mean Miss Wyatt didn't do it.
Interesting. And are you able to prove this bluff to be true?
I assure you I'm not bluffing, Your Honor. Well, now what?
Wait a minute, Nick. Are you thinking of somebody who might have used Alan's keycard?
You can?
Remember? The one who was sneaking around the halls in spite of not being a family member.
Ah, that's right. Your Honor, the defense would like to call certain witnesses to the stand. I need testimony of this person who may have entered the hold with Miss Wyatt's card. And that is someone we will find out in the next episode. I think that's a good place to save off. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!